Alright, what's up, the peoples? Welcome back to episode 2 of Two Fucked Up Guys in a Podcast. And today, we are doing new or upcoming games, since previously we did our favorite childhood games. Now, today, for the people who like to watch something while listening, we have Cult of the Lamb, a very fun, little fun game available on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC. So go ahead and check it out if you have any interest. And yeah, so today we're going to have some fun. Now, Stoner Ty, you're the one to start us off with this episode.
All right, so I'm gonna take the elephant in the room for like the last 12 years out of the picture with this first one. Um, my first choice for newer upcoming games is GTA 6.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the things with it that I'm anxious for myself is the story, the characters, and the environment. Like, I've always been a fan of GTA stories, like the storylines and stuff. I didn't care for them as a kid. Actually, within like the last couple of years, I got into stories in games themselves, and GTA 4 story captivated me, but also so did the gameplay. Like, I'm hoping they bring the physics of GTA 4 back into 6. Like the way the
Mm-hmm.
bodies fell and stuff and how people reacted to being shot and stuff like that, it just felt more real. GTA 5 seems kind of more arcadey when it comes to the combat to me.
Yeah, understandable. That's
The
kind of how I felt.
mhm. um One thing I've been really excited for is the advancements between like the visuals, the additional things you can do, and like stuff like that are coming to GTA 6. The coolest part about the degree I'm taking in the university is networking with people from like Rockstar. I've got like four people from
Mm-hmm.
Rockstar that I talk to, and I've heard so much cool shit about GTA 6, and most can't be like really mentioned. Like you can more or less sugarcoat hint at things, but you can't really let info out there because they get really pissed off.
Yeah.
This one thing I've always hated about Rockstar is how secretive they are, and I never really believed it until I started networking and heard actual employers be like, you ask them a question, they're like, uh, oh no, next question. Like, you know they have answers, and they're like, no, fuck you.
Right.
Um, but yeah, do you have anything to add to GTA 6?
Well, I'm definitely excited because it'll be when I finally got like my kick into playing the GTA games. It was it was pretty late into when it was big, and so I missed out on quite a bit of doing everything. And so now it feels like I'm just catching up into doing it. So I'm definitely excited to play it and experience it as a new thing and be around to like what like I'm sure they're gonna do an online for it because fucking GTA 5's online did amazing. And so it's just gonna be super cool to be there for as everything comes out and to do all the heists and shit with friends, and I think it's gonna be dope. And I definitely hope that for the online they like make settings that it's gonna help out with the people who, regardless of friends or anything, like to play solo. Just for all those solo players out there who like to enjoy the online mode, having more access to do everything.
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, one more thing I got for it, like the one thing I'm looking forward to that I heard that I can share is there's going to be a shit ton of activities you can do between like different types of hunting and fishing. Like they actually brought recreational ideas to GTA 6.
That's dope.
I'm like super excited to see how that develops.
That's gonna be super cool.
Imagine gator hunting. Like I'm gonna be on the bayou. Like we're playing online, I'll be on the bayou getting stoned and then hearing you get killed and be like, "Why didn't you shoot it?"
We're turning to Steve Irwin.
He's angry.
He's angry at me. How bad?
I'm bite from the jaws of this fuck with my stone buddy behind me, and I'm a goner. Hey, you.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited. I think it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I am ready to move on if you are, my boy.
All right, for our next game, I'll mention one that I've been dying to play, and that is Metal Gear Delta. Because oh my fuck, I've always been a huge Metal Gear fan. I mean, you know me.
Mm.
For like weeks, I went on and on about Metal Gear to you, even though I know you could have cared less about what I was telling you. But like, I fucking always have loved the Metal Gear games, and out of all of them, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is my all-time favorite Metal Gear game. Always has been, most likely will always be. Now, I know a lot of people, like a friend of mine who says that the best his favorite Metal Gear game is one that like he grew up with, which is like understandable. Like there are certain games that you grow up with and then you're like, "Oh yeah, this is the best version of this game." Which is true for a lot of games. For like, "Oh, it's your first time playing it, you know what? This is my favorite." But me personally, the first Metal Gear game I played was on the PS2, and it was Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. And that one is the one that first introduced um, Raiden, because in the beginning you play as Solid Snake, and then you play Raiden through the rest of the game. Which is cool and all. I definitely would prefer in a Metal Gear game to play Big Boss, even if it's, clone or not. But still very fun game. Um, but after that, I ended up getting. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was my dad who got me fucking Metal Gear 3. And after playing that game, I was like, holy shit, I love this game. Like, this is the coolest game I've ever played in my fucking life. And so, I
Oh,
definitely fucking was really excited when that game came out. But now that they're making Metal Gear Delta, which is brand new fucking remaster of Metal Gear Solid 3, like the graphics look amazing and just it all looks super dope, and it's going to be way better than what they have been releasing, because I don't know if you, well, you're not really in the Metal Gear scene, right?
um, I mean, I played a little. I think it was Snake Eater on PS2.
Yeah,
Um, I played a little bit of that, and I believe it was a demo I played of it because I remember playing the same mission. repetitively, it felt like. So I believe, if I remember correctly, it was um, a demo. But I mean, that one I liked. I can't remember exactly what made me like it so much. I don't really, I guess I don't know offhand unless I go back and try playing it what made me fall in love with it. But I did like that one. I
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said to you previously, the newer um the newer Metal Gears are harder for me to get into. I try to, but I mean that's the same as like Hitman. I got into that game on PS2, and then now the new Hitman series I just can't, which is funny because then you got games like Max Payne. Totally
Mm-hmm.
hated them on PS2. Played Max Payne 3. Can't remember if that was on the Xbox or the PS5, but I fell in love with Max Payne as an adult, but hated it as a kid, and I'm the exact opposite with Metal Gear. Loved it as a kid, don't like it as an adult. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, did you play any of the newer ones? Like, I know we talked about you playing Phantom Pain and not
Yeah.
knowing what the fuck you were doing. Um, but did you see any afterwards or play any after Phantom Pain?
Um, to be honest, I didn't know that there were any games that came out after Phantom Pain, Metal Gear
Yeah,
wise.
so they released a Metal Gear like Survivor, and it was like a zombie one. And that one flopped like immediately, which is fucking understandable. But that's,
Yeah, that's
if I
far from the
remember
premise.
correctly, it they did that after they fired Kojima, you know, the creator of Metal Gear.
Hmm.
So it totally ate shit, and it really like pissed me off because I've always loved the Metal Gear games. Like, how am I supposed to enjoy an awesome series if it just sucks dick?
Hmm.
Um, and so it definitely made me upset. But I really have high hopes for this newest one. I feel like it's definitely gonna be good. At least I hope so. So I'm definitely very excited for this new Metal Gear game because I've always enjoyed the fucking Metal Gear Solid.
I'll probably give the new one a go, and I'll probably like, and I guess you could say I'll test the waters with it and see exactly like how it feels. I'm not going to like anticipate too much or have my hopes too high because I don't want it to come and slap me in the face.
Right. Yeah, no, I definitely understand where you're coming from. There have been plenty of games where I've been like, "Oh, I'm gonna put my hopes real high for this one game and then just fucking be pissed about it." Like,
Hmm.
I personally do a lot of research into games before I purchase them. Um, because then most of the time I'm not like disappointed at all. One game I can always think of that like I was always very disappointed in was fucking Call of Duty Vanguard. I was so excited for Call of Duty Vanguard because I was like, oh, it's another World War II game. Like, this is gonna be dope. I love Call of Duty World War II. Like, this is gonna be super cool. And then someone bought it for me for Christmas, and I was just so disappointed with that game. And thankfully, I wasn't the one who bought it. I mean, I still played it just because I would have felt bad if I played it. I was like, man, this game fucking sucks. And then just never played it again because, it was, if I bought it, I wouldn't have felt bad not playing it ever again. But it was a gift from someone, and so I couldn't really just be like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy this game. You know what I mean? Or I'm not gonna play it anymore because then I would have felt bad.
So what um what did you not like about Vanguard? Just because I'm curious, like, was it more the campaign or was it more the online that you didn't like?
I didn't really like the campaign. I wasn't a huge fan of the online. Like it just I don't know. Like it just wasn't very fun to me. Um like I liked it for a bit. Like I liked some of the weapons. I liked some of like the special little things you could do. Some of their collabs were really fun. Some of the game modes they came out were really dope. But just in the end, it was definitely not my favorite. The zombies were terrible. Like I would play offline zombies, like by myself, not even using the online at all, and it would be lagging.
What?
Like, yeah, it was bad. I hated it. It was really annoying. I definitely think they could have gone done better. And like even like I know a lot of players liked it, a lot of players hated it. That's why a lot of fucking you'll see a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with that game. Even Activision themselves said that they were really disappointed with that game. So like I'm not too surprised personally. So,
That's sad when you're a company that puts a tag on a title and you're sitting there saying you're not impressed. Oh,
yeah. So
I had to feel gross for them.
that's why cuz what was supposed to happen was cuz we got Modern Warfare and then we got Cold War. We were supposed to get another Modern Warfare and then they let Sledgehammer make fucking Vanguard and drop it, and then that's why fucking that they went with Modern Warfare a lot because they just after that point they were like, shit, man, we need to fix this. So that's why we got Modern Warfare 2 years in a row, which I do find a little funny because originally they said after that they weren't gonna do yearly releases anymore because of that. And then they would obviously went back to doing yearly releases. So I definitely find it really funny that they kind of went back on what they said. But yeah, no, I just wasn't a big fan of that. So with like that in mind, I'm really, really hoping Metal Gear Delta is gonna just blow me away. Like I want to play that game and feel like how I felt back when I played it originally. You know what I mean? Like I want
That
to
would
feel
be
like I'm
cool.
playing it for the first time. So I'm definitely really looking forward to it. So I'm pretty excited. So that is one of the new games I'm super hyped for.
So I'll probably give it a shot. Like I said, I'll tread waters lightly with it and see what it's like. I can see it pulling me in. I mean, there's been a probably good 5 to 7 or 8 games this whole year. This between last year and like currently, where I literally was shocked with a game where I just like at first downloaded because I'm like, well, I guess because it's free and I have nothing better to do. And I play it and then I get so damn absorbed and glued into it when it ends and it's a game that don't have a part two or whatever, I'm just like, life sucks. Like I just
Right?
love the title and then there's nowhere else to go once you complete it. um, are we ready for the next title?
Oh yeah, we are.
So I talk about games, I'm gonna change my list up here. I had it in a specific order of how I wanted to run my list tonight. But I touched on the subject of starting a game that you didn't think was gonna go really anywhere with you and blows out to be one of your instant classic favorites. I'm gonna have to say, um, the upcoming game I'm very well looking forward to this year is The Outer Worlds 2.
Mm-hmm.
110%. I love that game so much. The first one was amazing. It's literally one of those, oh my god, I'm so bored and this looks ridiculous through screenshots. I'm going to see what it's like. And between the shit the NPCs say and the things you can do in the game, I just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
The visuals alone were just like they're shocking. I got actually a couple pictures I've taken off from Outer Worlds and put them as backgrounds on my phone
Mm-hmm.
just because I think they look that damn clean. Where I'm just like, this is amazing.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I'd have to agree. I I definitely think that that game is very beautiful. I remember when I got into it, my uncle actually was like, "Yo, you got to check this game out. Like it's real cool." And so I'm like, "Oh, sweet. Like I'm definitely going to check it out." And so I'm definitely really excited for it as well.
I literally thought that was going to be your main point. Well, I'm going to check it out. So.
Oh, no, I was just, I don't know, reminded me of that because when my uncle told me about it, I was like, oh, well, I should check it out. And then I played it and I was like, man, this game is actually real dope.
Yeah, I was just giving you shit. Um, no, I have extremely high hopes for that game. And it annoys me that I am like this anxious about the title coming out because I don't want to sound like that person, but I feel like every time lately I'm excited for a new game, it just wants to see how hard it can slap me in my face.
Yeah.
Just like, oh yeah, you see me now, bitch, I suck. Like, I I hate games like that. Like I have spent so much money on games where I'm excited to play them. They're brand new, whatever, and I go to play them, and then I'm like, I could have literally bought shit that was more fun for less money. Like just bummed.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel that. I've had quite a few games I felt that way about more recently than not, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Between like 2023 to present, if not even like maybe I'd say about 2020 to present, I've had a lot of upset in the last few years from titles where I'm just like, this looks epic, and then you go to play it and you're like, why'd I waste my time?
Right? Why'd I waste my money?
An expensive hobby for things that you don't want.
Right.
Uh, I don't have anything else to add to that one.
All right. I think I guess the next game I want to mention, one that I'm really excited for that I highly doubt is going to let me down, is the new Doom game. I have always loved all the Doom games, and after Doom Eternal, like fucking hell, that game really fucking shined in my eyes. Like I was addicted to that game for years after it came out, like always playing it. I beat it like who knows how many times. Like I just kept playing it regardless of anything. Like I can't even tell you how many hours I had put into that game. Like the replayability to it is what's a lot of fun to me. So it always makes me happy when a game comes out and it's just that good that you can replay it constantly, be the same old story, and still have the time of your life playing it. So
Mm.
I I personally am very excited to play the new Doom. After watching all the trailers and all that other shit, I've been like super hyped about it. Like I feel like that it's gonna be, I don't know. When Doom Eternal came out, I really thought that it was gonna win Game of the Year. I still think it deserved Game of the Year because personally, because both that and fuck, what was it? Animal Crossing. Those came out like during COVID, and like those games carried during COVID. Like people were going out and buying who didn't even play games and were buying like consoles to play Doom or to play Animal Crossing, and I definitely think those deserved to win Game of the Year. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I think The Last of Us Part Two won Game of the Year during that, and like the mechanics of that game are a lot of fun. But me personally, I don't really like that game. They fucking did Joel so dirty in that game. Like, you see him as this badass motherfucker, and they're just like, oh yeah, you know what? He gives out his name and dies. And then they don't even let you get the ending you want. Like nothing was gonna stop me from murdering everybody in my path. And they're like, oh well, yeah, no, we're not gonna let you just kill anybody. Like, you accept them and you let them go. And it's like, dude, if that was me, I wouldn't give a fuck. They'd be like, you killed the one guy who I thought of as my dad. You're dead. Like, I would not have cared at all. But that's that's just how games do be
Oh yeah.
sometimes. But yeah, no, I am very, very hyped for the new Doom game, and I'm hoping that fucking it takes Game of the Year because that would be fire as fuck.
I've never I've never played any Doom game. I've only heard about them.
You've never played, not even the originals?
That's what I told you before. I've only heard of them. I've seen some videos of them. But it's one of those like it's literally like pulling teeth out of a lion's face for me to even want to give it a try. I don't know why. I'm like that with a few titles. Like there's a few games where I've heard people be like, "Oh, you gotta try it." And I look at it and I'm like, it either looks like shit to me or I'm just like, no, just straight up no. But I don't know. I might just succumb to it and test it out because, like I said, everybody's talking high of Doom and a few other titles out there. Um, I don't give a shit how many years pass. I will never put any more time or effort into any title that starts off saying Star Wars. I got so disappointed by the last two Star Wars games that came out. I'm just no. That's just one of
I
those straight up.
I liked Survivor. Um, I don't know. I guess that's all I got. I liked Survivor. It wasn't bad. I haven't even touched the new one. I've been disappointed with Star Wars for way too long to really appreciate any of the ones that are supposed to be coming out. It's really hard for me to appreciate them.
Mm. Um,
That's
yeah,
all I
I
got on
mean,
Doom.
I was gonna say I kind of suck on this tidbit because I don't have much for that game at all. Um, so I guess for my next game, I will highlight. is Mafia Old Country. Um, the Mafia series as a whole, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Like the first one, I it's funny because I played the second one when I was roughly 16, 16 or 15, somewhere in there. I didn't even know about Mafia until I played Mafia 2. My buddy had borrowed it to me. He brought it to school. I brought it home on a Friday. I'm like, oh, dude, my weekend's gonna be cool. And I started playing it, and it's just like Mafia 2. Like my most favorite part of that whole game was the whole you went to prison deal and how much life changed from before you were in the pen to when you came out. Like that was so cool to experience first time as a gamer because the change in society you're experiencing with the character. Like you just it's crazy to me. Mafia 1, I I liked it. I would still play it again. I can't pick anything singular of Mafia 1 that I liked the most. I guess I don't know. Mafia 3, I loved entirely because I liked Lincoln's story, and I loved the fact that Vito was one of the bosses working with you.
Yeah.
Like, I just absolutely, the first time I seen him come back into the scene, I'm like, oh, this is epic. And then they made it like a whole ass documentary. And that's what I loved about it. Like, it made it more or less give you emotion as well as like this is a criminal enterprise that the government was literally tracking the whole time type thing. My my biggest takeaway from Mafia 3, like the most favorite thing, and everybody like he's probably gonna be like, oh, ironic because of his name. I like when you beat the game and you can grow pot at the very end. I had so many plants I experimented with, and I was starting to get my strains higher end,
Yeah.
and I was enjoying it. But like how Mafia 3 played out, I'm really excited to see Old Country because not only are they going back to their roots, but like I said, it's one of those nostalgia series for me. Like it's an automatic top shelf favorite. Um, I don't like how I feel about the game though. Like I have such high hopes for it, and I'm so excited for it to release. If they shit on that title, I'm gonna be so bummed. Like
Yeah.
I was like I'm really wanting a masterpiece out of it.
Right. Trying to remember the last Mafia game I played. I played it a while ago on Xbox, and it is um it's back like older times, and
What
I'm
decade
trying
would
to
or what?
think. It's fucking. So you start out, if I remember correctly, you start out as a, a taxi member, and you're just a guy who runs a taxi, and then you
I believe
end up
that's number two.
involved. That's two.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Or ooh, it might be the first one. I want to say it's two.
Actually, my disc is sitting right over there. I could look. Fuck it, I'm gonna look because I don't completely remember.
Um, the first one because that's right. The first one because you're Tommy Angelo and or Angelo and that was one of Vito Scarletta's things he had to do was shoot um, Tommy and Angelo in his yard. The thing I hate about that though,
Hmm.
you have the original one on disc or is it definitive?
I have the definitive edition
Oh
on
no, no, that
Xbox
ain't the
One.
part that matters. Never mind. I'm sorry. So you have all three of them then?
Does the definitive has all three?
I do believe so. That's how it came on console. It could just be bundle pack on console. I don't know how the disc works. I don't have that. But if you have all three, pay attention to how Vito kills Tommy
Mm-hmm.
and how that scene plays out in the first one and the second one. Because you're playing as Tommy when Vito kills him. And that is probably why I'm happy I started on Mafia 2 because I already had that connection and like character bond you get with Vito. So when I shot Tommy, I'm just like, see you later, pal. Like, I didn't really care. And then I played the first one and forgot about the second one and how it ended and stuff. And I'm watching, or how it all like kicked off, like you becoming, I think it was you became part of them, or it was the final thing you did, something like that. I can't remember. Um, but after playing the first one and you watch Tommy die,
Mm-hmm.
you're just like, oh my god, I love you, Vito, but I hate you. I
Yeah,
started
yeah.
liking Tommy so much. Um, but yeah, the Mafia series, I'm just, I love them. Mafia 2 is still to this day my favorite. Mafia 3 was pretty cool because how all of your mob underbosses, all of them had their quirk of what they could do for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even gonna lie, like every time I played it, I've kept tensions minimum. And when it came to divvying up everything, like I divided everything equal up until like the last four places because I mean you're never gonna give everybody an equal amount of territory. It does like there's no way to make that work. I've played Mafia 3 so many times where I realized somebody's gonna outweigh another underboss. And of course me being me, I gave the extras to Vito. Just like have an empire again.
All right.
Yeah, I'm like so excited to see Mafia Old Country come out. The only
I
thing I'm actually nervous for with Mafia Old Country, um, the one thing I did think about actually today when I was refreshing myself on what I wanted to run through for ideas or for titles. With Mafia, the only thing that's really concerning to me is that they keep it feeling this the way they've kept Mafia games feeling for one, and that like the hype and anticipation doesn't really kill it by it letting people down. I've seen a lot of things online where people are like, "Yeah, I'm excited for this game and I can't wait for this and that, blah blah blah." But I guess the bigger issue is like what I'm more or less getting at is everybody realizes Take Two Interactive and Rockstar Games are partner companies, like practically. Um, I mean, they're hand in hand. So they got two different titles releasing this year. Honestly, I can't offhand remember if Take Two has any if at all hands-on GTA titles, but I know they correspond with each other, like company-wise, as I said. So if they're releasing Mafia and GTA 6 in this same year, I would almost want to assume because GTA 6, if people were to follow time charts instead of like how you see people gauging release dates, they're always like, oh yeah, like people said for the longest time, spring of 25. Never are we going to see a GTA game in spring. Just like people saying, oh, you'll see Call of Duty release at the start of summer. No.
All right.
GTA and Call of Duty, like those franchises have always dropped in the fall. That's why I laughed my ass off when Red Dead 2 was getting speculated. And I'm just like, everybody's like, oh my God, this summer's going to be awesome. I'm like, you're waiting a few months. Like, I already knew that was coming out in the fall time. And then they hit the release date. And my buddy Chris was like, how the fuck do you do it? I'm like, common knowledge, dude. I followed Take Two and Rockstar since I was a kid. So I'm hoping this year they drop Mafia before GTA 6 because I mean, there's such big titles. If you drop them side by side, I almost see problems with ratings.
Mm.
Like, I think they're going to step on their own toes with it.
Right.
Um, I'm done touching base on it. If you have anything else,
Not not too much. I definitely feel like I'm gonna get more into the Mafia games. And now that this new one is coming out, I definitely feel like I'm wanting to replay them
have
just because then
you
I'm back into the groove of knowing what's going on.
have you played and beat Mafia 3?
Uh, I've played it. I did not beat it.
It's kind of funny because of the step they're taking with the series. I just said I didn't have any more to add, and then you refreshed me. But the step they're taking with it, since they're going back to their roots and basing it out of Italy, the two you have to really focus on before this one comes out is the first two, because it's the original family and they're bringing the roots of it back. So, like, if you want to refresh yourself the best way possible, I believe, in my opinion, would be, like I said, play the first one, play the second one, and then play Old Country.
Yeah.
Mafia 3 is kind of, to me, like I said, I loved it. I got really nothing bad to say about it. It's more like a tip of the hat thing to the Mafia series. It ties in the story of like what happened to Vito after Mafia 2 and stuff. And it adds so many new characters that it doesn't really, to me, I guess it doesn't feel like it follows the line
Yeah.
as much as it's like, here's another Mafia story for you guys. Like, I didn't care for that. I just felt like they rushed that one, how it came out.
Right.
But I overall absolutely fell in love with it after playing it.
Yeah. I definitely agree. Now on my end, the game I want to talk about, it is not new in any way, shape, or form. It's actually been out for a while, but it's one that I'm really, really hoping that they just kind of like change their mind about and release a new one, changing the ending of the story. Uh, I fucking So this game, I don't even think you've probably ever seen it before. It's called Goodbye Volcano High, and
Never heard of it.
you play as this character Fang, and you're part of this band, and your whole thing is about like making, making it for your band in the new year and blah blah. And so it's another like music game, but very dialogue and working on like friendships and all that other shit. So it's definitely fun. I really like it, but I really hate the ending of it. It is so bittersweet, like it pissed me off. The night I was playing it, I beat it in one night. So it's not a super long story at all, but I'm playing it and I'm really enjoying it. And you go through and you make up with your friends, and I'm like, man, this story is actually really good. Like I really like it. And there spoilers for anyone who hasn't played it yet. Fucking skip past this part if you want to play it before I fucking spoil it. Uh, but there's this asteroid coming. The whole game, you're like, oh, fucking big rock in the sky. It ain't gonna hit us. Well, long story short, in the game it does. You play your final concert, and you and everyone else there fucking dies. And so I stayed up all night to play that game because I'm like, I'm gonna finish this game. I'm gonna feel really good when I go to bed. And I finished it, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was so disheartened when I finished that game, and I just went to bed like depressed. I'm like, I wanted this. I wanted this good ending. I wanted to feel good when I finished this game and go to bed happy, and now I just feel like shit. Thanks. Like, it reminds me of when I played shit. I think that one's called like Tales Noir or something, where you play as this raccoon detective, and they just end it so bitterly for your character. Like, you're going on and you're trying to survive, and you're like, man, I have high hopes for my guy, and then you just fucking die. That's it, and you're like, what? Like, I wanted to live. I wanted to feel good, and here I am, fucking just dead now. I'm just dead, and yeah. So I was very very sad. But I want them to make another game, like a continuation of that. I don't know, just say some bullshit that like they actually lived. Like, at the end of the game, the asteroid fucking blows past, and it was only done to make you think they're dead, but they're actually alive. And now you go on tour with your band, or like, Fang works on her music, and your friends go through and do all their other shit, and blah blah. Blah. I feel a lot happier. Uh, so not really a new game coming out, but something that I think should come out. Like, I'd be very, I'm already very sad because of it. So I feel very happy if they just fucking fixed it. Don't make me depressed any more than I am. But yeah, I don't know. The only other new game I can think of that I'm excited for is fucking Killing Floor 3. Which I don't know what's going on with. I gotta do some research because originally it was supposed to come out this month. Like, you could pre-order it on the PlayStation Store, and I was going to, and then I went in the other day, and it's still pre-orderable. But it doesn't say this month anymore. It just says coming soon. So I'm curious if it was just a beta that I missed out on because I didn't pre-order it fast enough, or if something happened with production and now it's gonna take longer, or what? I don't know. I I'm very disheartened. Play a depressing ass game and then fucking
Get depressed because they're not making it better.
yeah, get depressed that they're not making it better, and then get depressed that a game I've been waiting for this month just isn't coming out now, at least for now. So it's just like, bro, For the love of fuck, please. just one game.
Stop
That's all I
skull
ask
fucking
for.
me.
Exactly. I'm so done on the skull fucking. Just give it to me.
Oh man. Um, if you don't mind, I will move on to my final title I got in mind.
Go ahead.
This game actually already released, and it's Sniper Elite Resistance. When I seen that they were coming out with another Sniper Elite, I again in one of the moments I got stupid excited. And I'm like, oh my god, this is the greatest day of my life. Like, I was so excited for the new Sniper Elite. And then I started thinking about the storylines between all of them. I'm like, oh my god, the South Park story in games is coming back. Hitler's back alive and you get to kill him again. Like, oh boy, so fun. We've done this in every Sniper Elite. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, I bet it's the same motherfucker that you played for the last 18 World War IIs. I'm like, okay, so we get a new sniper dude. I'm like, this might actually be promising. Nice little new scenery, nice new missions and maps and open worlds, whatever. And then I sit there and I'm realizing as I'm playing it, like, I only got about a half hour played in it. I'm just like, no, I can't do this. And it's because it seems to me that it's a rinse, wash, and repeat title. Like if you played the first Sniper Elite, you've played them all. It's just like
Yeah.
I said, it's too much of the same from title to title, and it dulls it down because of it. And it feels like ever since Sniper Elite 4, or even I could, well, no, 3. Three was okay. I started out on Sniper Elite V2. 110%
Mm-hmm.
to this day, my most favorite Sniper Elite game still. And everybody's like, oh, well, the graphics in the new ones and the blood sprays in the new ones. And I'm like, I don't care about any of that. When I think of Sniper Elite, I instantly think of the helmet ding off from V2. Like, you don't get the impact sound of a helmet being shot off someone's head like you do in V2.
Yeah.
The newer ones are more kind of dulled down and maybe, I guess, on a more realistic note for sound, but that wasn't the problem. That's the problem for me. I like the loud clang just because it's ridiculous and funny to me. Like you pop someone in the head because ping ping, fucking bullet going through both sides of the helmet. I love it.
Right.
But Resistance is just one of those. I don't even think. Yeah, I didn't even beat the first mission, so I don't know anything outside the first mission. I started it and I'm like, no.
I definitely feel that with certain games. Just being all excited for one and then being like, man, this game ass. It doo doo.
Just kind of makes you wanna swing from a rope. No, I'm kidding.
uh, man, I need a new swing off a rope. Yeah, no,
Just
I definitely feel that. I personally haven't touched it. The I don't know. The last Sniper Elite games I touched were 4 and fuck 5, 4 and 5. I liked 5 because I found it funny. Every time I played that game, people kept trying to raid me, and it wasn't working. Like I can't tell you how many times I slapped people. Like I had one dude trying so hard to fucking like snipe me. He was sitting like way far off in this field, and the whole time He thinks I'm in this one area. He's just watching the one area. I snuck around, got behind him, and blasted his goofy ass. So, but that's when I was playing it like every day, and I was actually really good on it. Yeah, I think if I got on it now, I'd probably get my ass handed to me. No doubt in my mind that that would happen. Uh, so I definitely find it funny. Definitely, I don't know if I'll touch a new game because I definitely agree that it's just, you know, rinse and repeat type shit.
Yeah.
Although I do like the ideal of the fucking Hitler being the Kenny of the fucking Sniper Elite world. Like, dude just can't catch a break. It's so funny to me. Um, but yeah, no, I definitely agree. I definitely think it would do them good to maybe change it up a bit and not just be like, oh, hey, guess what? Hitler point 80. It's like at that point you're already expecting it, and me personally, I don't think I'm gonna be sitting there. I already have 4 and 5. It's like, why would I spend another 60, $70 on a game that's gonna be the same?
Mm.
So I definitely agree with you on that point. Is there anything else you need to add?
Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything honestly, and um, I got to the end of my list. Are you at the end of yours already?
Yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. I mean, I'm
Damn.
excited for the new Elden Ring DLC, and obviously the games I mentioned I'm pretty excited for. And that's about all I got on me. I mean, I can't really
Alright.
touch on an Elden Ring DLC. I mean, it's just more content for Elden Ring, and I don't think that you are a fucking Dark Souls connoisseur like I am. I love suffering, and so, friends call me a masochist for playing those kinds of games, but hey, I enjoy it. No pain, no game. That's what I tell my wife every time she beats me. Um, I'm kidding. She does not beat me. This is not a call for help, I swear.
I mean, you called me to hold the camera once.
Well, okay, maybe I might be a Mexican.
Hey, we all gotta make money somehow.
Right?
We
But
don't judge, we earn.
don't worry, we don't judge. We just help you earn money, homie. But all right, I think that's all I gotta add, and I think that's where we're ended on our episode because we got fucking 2 minutes left for this recording. So,
Alrighty.
all right, thank you all for who watched and stuck to the end. Uh, we appreciate all of you. We got more to come. We got finally figured out our upload schedule, so we're not as fucking out of the ass as we have been. So we are dropping episodes every Monday. So come check us out. And
Get out of the ass. Sorry.
fucking yeah, come check us out. Hope you all look forward. If you liked it, hit the like button. Fucking subscribe. Turn on notifications uh for more of our fucking shenanigans and everything else that comes out of our mouths. So have a good day. Fucking thanks for watching. And this has been Two Fucked Up Guys in a Podcast. Your host, Corpse Walker. Your co-host, Stoner Ty. And we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Peace.